Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and today we are reverting to the Lambiek Fabriek, so the Lambiek factory. I came across this one in the cellar. I actually completely forgot about it, but thank goodness they have a shelf life of 5 years, and this one is bottled in August of 23, so we can keep this until August 28. But let's not. This is the Origin-Elle, so the original by Lambiek Fabriek, and it is nicknamed Sporty and Geuze, meaning I don't really know why it's sporty, but they do have an explanation on the back of the label. Origin-Elle, this Sporty Geuze is a result of a fine selection of our best lambics aged on oak barrels. Irresistible and very drinkable. Sounds alright. Ingredients: water, malted barley, wheat and hops, and that results in a 6.5% ABV beer. So I'm very curious. More about this bottle. Well, they have the original ram's head logo, which is linked to an old ram's head that they found in their garden, allegedly. But in this case, they made it into a bicycle wheel with spokes and everything. So they do go all out on this sporty idea. This is a 37.5 centiliter bottle, so a mini champagne bottle with a lovely branded bottle cap and corked. They always double tap these bottles, so let's have a taste. And of course I have my lovely Lambiek Fabriek Geuze glass that I got from Joseph, actually the owner of the brewery. Lovely guys. On the other hand, I am still waiting for my t-shirt, which I'm gonna buy, by the way. I'm not getting it for free, but I do love supporting these breweries, and they actually exist 10 years, more on that later on this channel. So they are a fairly young brewery, especially in the lambic scenery. Although we have seen a lambic revival these past few years, so we are talking about Lambiek Fabriek, Gestemond, Sacco, more and more Lambiek and Geuze brewers. Ooh, very, very sour. Lovely branded cork, by the way. Okay, let's check this out. Now this is a 33 centiliter glass and a 37.5 centiliter bottle. However, if we don't make too much foam and we leave a little bit in the bottle for yeast residue purposes, and this is an extreme amount of yeast residue, so I'm not gonna pour that in because I'll be drinking mud otherwise. So we do fit this in the glass. There's about 3 centiliters left, and I am just above the 33 centiliter mark, so perfect. And I'm gonna put a hat on this bottle just because I can. I do love these hats. Peter Pan syndrome in adult money. Okay, so first off, a little bit darker than I expected, which is a good thing because I love it. This dark, almost orangey, coppery, golden blonde. It's more like copper and hay than gold, so nothing wrong with that. On the contrary, some bubbling going on, and that bottom surface of that head is also lovely. Not a lot of foam, but that is typical with these acidic beers. protein and acids don't really mix, but we still have that tiny layer which does its job, meaning it just completely seals off the beer from oxygen. Also nice base foam. Pretty good, pretty good. It smells more neutral than I expected. Yeah, of course. That bit of vapor on the cork is very volatile, so that is almost gone now. But the beer itself is on one hand not necessarily acidic, but mainly sour. I'm getting that typical green apple and a bit of lemon. So far no vinegar, which is a good thing. A bit astringent, a bit woody. And also, which I didn't expect, slightly malty. And then the usual suspects, a bit of stable, a bit of hay, so those typical older hop aromas and such. Yeah, it smells absolutely lovely. Also very full, very pleasant, very mellow. Yeah, love it. Okay, let's have a taste. Cheers. Oh wow. So the acidity that I missed in the aroma, it's all in the flavor, baby. Yeah. Although I have to be careful, it's not necessarily very acidic, meaning it is aggressive, it is sour, it is sharp, but not necessarily very acidic. So it stabs, but it doesn't burn. What a bad comparison. But nonetheless, the initial taste is very sour, also quite aggressive because of the carbonation, tiny bubbles, all on that tongue surface. But immediately thereafter, it mellows out. We get a lot of hay, and actually a lot of hops. Now usually Lambiek brewers use old hops, not because they're cheaper. I mean, they are, but that's not the reason. The reason is that they don't necessarily want the flavor of the hops, they just want the bacteriostatic effect. And the flavor is just extra, and for most Lambiek brewers it's in the way. But I do feel that these guys used fresher hops, not necessarily fresh, but fresher hops, and like in the back of the throat and right after swallowing, that really comes through. Yeah, this is one to take in slow. 6.5 right on point with the ABV, and I do think that I get the sporty part. I mean, they are in a region where a lot of cyclists fall in love. I like walking and hiking there. But it is also very refreshing. You'll have to bite through that sour apple at first, but afterwards it's just smooth sailing. This does remind me of the very first Geuze that I drank by Hansen Artisanal. I think I've already reviewed that. I'll put the link up here. Yeah. I mean, the sharpness is maybe a tad too much for me. But apart from that, beautiful beer. Everything after that initial taste beautiful. The aftertaste just as well is just sour, but not sharp, not aggressive. So yeah, very well rounded. It may not come as a surprise if I say that this beer is not at all balanced, but all the flavors are complementary. So even though they are all strong, they do go hand in hand. So how am I gonna score this? I think I'm gonna give this a 3.5. And not because it's bad, but because I have to drink this carefully because of that initial sourness. I would have gone 3.75 if that was a bit mellower. However, that is not how they intended it, and I am perfectly fine with that. But it's just a bit too much for me. So nice 3.5. The golden standard. Yeah, I do love that hoppy aftertaste though. Okay, that all being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a comment down below, hit that thumbs up. If you want to support me, share a video or visit the Patreon page, and for the price of a beer per month you can already subscribe and support me in doing this. If you want to meet up, visit Antwerp, let me know in advance. We'll arrange something, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Cheers.